Tonight on Si's Eyes on the Skies.
Taking a look at our current conditions outside based on our camera on campus, it looks rather calm outside, and that is nice, but don't let that fool you. It is frigid outside. As we can see here, -3 degrees and cloudy, and feels like -24. So make sure that you are not outside unless you absolutely have to be tonight. As we take a look at the week ahead, cold, absolutely frigid feels like temperatures, getting to the point where it's actually dangerous to be outside. So definitely limit your time outside this week. Overcast conditions will continue to persist this week, meaning we won't be able to see the sun for quite a bit. Also relatively calm weather. If you're not into the snow like I am, then that's okay. You're definitely going to be getting a nice breath of fresh air this week.
Plus, Ethan Nuebel has your national forecast. All that and more as this Monday, February 17th edition of Si's Eyes on the Skies starts now.
Broadcasting live from the studios at Iowa State University, the Iowa State Meteorology Department brings you the latest weather from across the country and out your front door. This is Si's Eyes on the Skies.
Good evening. I'm your host, Bryce Wolkerstorfer, and we will begin with tonight's weather story. On this day, in 1992, an F1 tornado touched down 20 miles northwest of Apalachicola, Florida, lifting up a car with 3 occupants inside and slamming it back down on the road several times. The tornado also uprooted several trees and damaged 2 houses. Later that day, a small F0 tornado touched down 19 miles northwest of Apalachicola, Florida, and damaged 2 houses. And now, to discuss more with what's happening around the country, here's Ethan with your national forecast.
Folks, it's pretty cold out there. As we look at the headlines for this week, the polar plunge back on return, snowstorm chances across the nation, and warm temperatures may be back on the rise.
It only takes a careless moment to turn this into this. Don't let forest fires be your fault. Make sure your fire is dead out.
Remember, only you can prevent forest fires.
Welcome back. Now let's go to the national forecast with Ethan. Ethan, there's been some rumors going around that it's pretty cold outside. Is this true?
It is true. It's been pretty cold out there, and a cold front is going to make its way through the nation. Let's take a look at that. As we look across the nation, each in the 4 corners, looking at temps, that cold front starting to make its way through the nation. 23 in Cincinnati, 12 degrees in Kansas City, and 12 in Toronto. As we go down to the southeast, we got 52 in Orleans, 53 in Dallas, and down here in Tampa, we got 74. We'll head to the southwest. We got 75 in Phoenix, 56 in San Francisco, and 52 in Santa Fe. That cold front's not going to affect you guys out there, so enjoy those warm temps. And finally, into the Pacific Northwest, Seattle, 47, Boise, 39, and pretty chilly up here in Billings. Looking at our satellite radar, right now we got some snowstorms in Iowa, Nebraska, Kansas. That's going to slowly make its way over. As here's our snowfall forecast. As we look across the nation, small snow totals going across. It's going to be pretty heavy down here in Kansas and Missouri, northern Oklahoma. That's slowly going to make its way across the nation, where heavier totals out here in Virginia. Here's our look at the weather across. We got some snow in Central Plains. That's going to make its way across with thunderstorms down in Florida. You got snow up in the mountains, so be prepared out there for that snow. And as we get into our Thursday, pretty dry conditions out there, so enjoy the warmth, enjoy the dryness. Looking at the week ahead, we are in Kansas City, Missouri. For all you Chiefs fans out there, It's a tough loss, but you're going to have some cool temps. But the positive, as we make it through our week, it's going to warm up to 52 and 58.
It's time for our trivia question for the evening. The coldest temperature ever recorded in Ames, Iowa is A, negative 33 degrees Fahrenheit, B, negative 37 degrees Fahrenheit, C, negative 39 degrees Fahrenheit, or D, negative 35 degrees Fahrenheit. We'll have that answer for you at the end of the show. Plus, we'll have your Iowa weather after this quick break.
Beat it. Just beat it.
Just get in and talk about it.
I've got to go home.
Oh, come on, Carrie. We're going to a new place.
But she wants to go home, right? Let's go. Whoa! You okay to drive?
Yeah,
I'm fine. You sure?
Relax.
What's a few beers?
If you don't stop your friend from drinking and driving, you're as good as dead. Drinking and driving can kill a friendship.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at your Iowa weather with Kelly. Kelly, I'm getting sick and tired of waking up every morning and walking to class and barely surviving to tell the tale. Are we going to see these cold temperatures let up anytime soon?
I hate to break it to you, but for the next few days, we're still going to be stuck in those frigid temperatures.
Man, not going to catch a break anytime soon then?
Not looking like it.
All right.
Taking a look at our live footage on campus, it is dark outside and looks rather calm, but do not let that fool you. It is absolutely frigid outside. As we take a look at our temperatures for the upcoming day tomorrow, it's going to start off at negative 15 degrees at 6 a.m. That's not the feels like temperature. That is the actual ambient temperature. So if you're going to be commuting to work or school that early, make sure you bundle up. However, throughout the day, it is going to warm up slightly and plateau at 0 degrees at 4 p.m. and then go back down to -2. So make sure you are bringing layers tomorrow. As we look at our temperatures currently, -3 in Ames. The entire state is stuck in those frigid below freezing temperatures. As we look at the wind chill, as you can see, almost the entire state is stuck in almost -10-degree wind chill. So make sure you are limiting your time outdoors tonight. As we take a look at the active alerts right now, we are stuck in that frigid weather. As we see, the National Weather Service has issued an extreme cold warning for almost the entire state of Iowa. As we take a look at wind speeds, while it is freezing outside, at least it's not super windy. However, that frigid Canadian air is still making its way into the state at about 12 meters per second in Ames. And you may be asking yourself, why is this happening? As we take a look at this map of the country, there is that high pressure center that is stuck over Nebraska, moving clockwise, which is continuing to push that Canadian frigid air down into Iowa. As we take a closer look at the state of Iowa, we are seeing some clouds. Unfortunately, for those of you who enjoy the sun, it may be a while before we see her again. As we move throughout the day on Tuesday, we see that the clouds have taken over the entirety of the state of Iowa. However, what's nice is that those clouds are not bringing along any precipitation, so we will be staying rather dry. As we take a look at snowfall forecast, most of that snow will be staying up to our northeast and our southwest. To those of you who may not enjoy snow, this is your lucky time of the year. As we zoom in on each part of the state in the northeast, we're stuck in those single digits, even up into those negatives. Moving around the state down into the southeast, we're also still stuck in those singles, and that appears to be just a common trend throughout the state. We can't seem to get away out of those single digits. Looking at the week ahead, we're starting off the week frigid, absolutely frigid in those single digits. But as we make our way through the week, into the weekend, we are going to be experiencing that more normal-like temperature for February. So hopefully we're able to get outside and enjoy that weather after we're going to be stuck inside for this week.
Thank you, Kelly, for that forecast. And now for a trivia question. The coldest temperature recorded in Ames, Iowa is A, -33 degrees Fahrenheit, B, -37 degrees Fahrenheit, C, -35 degrees Fahrenheit, or D, -35 degrees Fahrenheit. What do y'all think it might be?
I'm going to go out on a limb here and go with D. It just sounds right. I feel like that's pretty expected for the Midwest, especially in Iowa.
For sure.
Being an Iowa native, I don't know. I got to be -37. I feel like I felt that before.
Good guesses, good guesses. Let's see. The answer is B, -37 degrees Fahrenheit. This was recorded on Thursday, January 25th, 1894. Long time ago for that. We might see that down in wind chills tomorrow, so be prepared for that as well. just stay away and bundle up when you go out to class tomorrow morning and stay warm out there. And that concludes tonight's show. So be sure to follow us on X/Twitter and make sure you can find all our shows on YouTube under the Size Eyes channel. Thank you for joining us and have a wonderful night.